Why should I give a damn? 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 Why should I give a damn?
What the fuck is up? You're now tuned in to episode 92 of Why Should I Give a Damn? We back in the motherfucking building. We got the homie Tone Johnson in the building fucking with us.
Welcome
Shout out to him.
One of the
Much
rare,
love to him.
rare, funny, light-skinned niggas I know.
I'm on it. There's only two of us left.
Right, and they all on this show today. So if you ain't tuned in, you don't get a taste of what's really going down with this shit. We got a lot of, what's the one dude name? We got a lot of genuine energy in the building tonight, okay? Okay, a lot of stingy energy, differences energy tonight. Make sure you hit that motherfucking subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're tuning in, hit it. Make sure you follow us at WSIGAD_podcast on your motherfucking Instagram and just holler at you. I am your host, Eric.
It's your girl, Bree Breezy the Barber.
It's Tone Johnson. I'm on my favorite podcast. Why should I give a damn? I appreciate y'all having me.
Oh, that's nice. It's the deacon of disrespect himself.
Wow.
The deacon of disrespect.
Wow.
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. And, you know, and I'm glad you used the term deacon because a lot of times when we do our podcast, I kind of look at this as like a monthly, or I should say a weekly service. You know, just like everybody go get the word. I feel like we got a congregation that comes and they get the word from us every week. So shout out to the congregation out there who come in, get the word, pass the word on down. But I want everybody to say, neighbor, thou shalt not hit somebody and not expect to get smacked the fuck back, okay? Because, you know, there's been a lot going on. And last week, one thing I don't like, and you all know we record our podcast on Sundays, and we drop our episode on Tuesdays. And last Sunday, right after we recorded, the crazy ass shit happened where your boy Will Smith decided to smack the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth. So I thought it was very, very, very much appropriate. You know, the homie Tone hit me up right away. And it's crazy that you hit me up because you were one of the first people that crossed, because immediately I thought about all the comedians I knew. And you were one of the first people I thought that came across my mind. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck what do y'all think about this whole situation now? Because I feel like this is a bigger deal for comedians than people are thinking. Like this could draw a line in the sand and change how stand-up comedy is presented to the people forever. So I want to know, we're going to jump right into it since we didn't get to talk about it last week. And we're going to start with the comedian himself. How do you feel about the smack? And I'm going to ask you a simple question to start it off. And we're going to go around. I'm going to ask you a simple question. Was Will Smith wrong?
Hell yeah. That's simple. You don't get, look, that man was talking to y'all. He was talking to y'all. You're going to get up and smack the shit out of him. Furthermore, too, you get up and smack the shit out of him in the Oscar tonight, or you might win. Everyone's like, he's defending, you know, he's protecting, he's defending. He got up and said sorry for it. You know, if you really going to be that bad, you know, you're going to be unapologetic with it. But I just got to preface, as a comedian, you ain't finna just get up there and smack shit out of me. No, hell no. Look, and you see that punk, man, it was, that was, what kind of, that's how you swatted bees you scared of. That wasn't even a good slap. You don't respect me enough to get at least some momentum first? Like, he just.
And he did the Wild Wild West walk.
Look, and then he walked, and you think you used to smack me and adjust your button.
That was the Wild Wild West,
Yeah.
The Wild Wild West walk.
Hey, but
Wild
he hit the right rock, though. Because I know some of Chris Rock's family. Let him smack Tony Rock.
Shout out to Tony Rock. Did you see this response? Tony Rock came on and said, "You gonna hit my brother because your bitch gave you the side eye?" That was Tony Rock went in when he went in and stand up.
That Brooklyn would have came out of Tony.
He gave himself no leeway after that because now, Tone, you would know, like how y'all comedians stick together. It's like the blue wall. It's like cops. It's like that brotherhood. So now they're all gonna go in even more. I didn't see her get called bitch by Corey Holcomb, that white dude. What's the little shirtless white dude? Bert, whatever. Like this bald headed bitch. I'm like they're gonna try you now because one, most of Chris Rock is a real one. Most of these niggas is gonna sue you. And two, a lot of these niggas is gonna slap the shit out. Jim Carrey
said he would have sued Will Smith for $200 million.
Yeah,
You can't. I would have started bleeding while he was walking up. I'd have found a way to sue him. As soon as he hit me, I'd have been on the ground like Buddy from Friday. Just, oh yeah, I need 100,000. That's why they only have comedians with money on Oscars.
Who do y'all think like right now in their prime? Who do y'all think has better hitters, or who can get hitters, more efficient hitters? Chris Rock or Will?
The reason why
Chris
I say
Rock.
Chris Rock is
From
because
Bed-Stuy.
he got a lot of brothers. He got a lot of brothers. And
Okay.
Will Smith, from what I see, I don't even know if he fucks with niggas. I think he's just, if you're not on the red table talk, you don't.
No, Will had people in the building.
No, I saw
Philly was there.
Corey Holcomb. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. I watched this Corey Holcomb podcast. Funny dude. He went in on Jada, and he was talking about how Will has real Philly hitters. Like, it's not a joke. He has real Philly hitters. Probably some of the same niggas that run with Meek Mill and Benny Siegel and them type of niggas.
No, he got boys in Philly.
He got niggas. I'm not doubting, but you gotta understand. Chris Rock is rich. He has a rich brother, and he has multiple brothers. Like, I think it's like
eight, nine of them.
9 Rock brothers.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Rocks, just off nigga resources alone.
And
you
body
know.
count.
Just off nigga resources, I'm going off the Rocks.
Well,
I'm
since
sorry.
we're talking about it,
I
can I ask an obvious couple questions? If that was, let's say, Louis C.K., Ricky Gervais, if that was a white comedian, would he have slapped him?
Nah.
Definitely.
And if he did, he doesn't get to stay in his seat.
Well,
Security.
let's make sure we talk about that, because the Will Packard, he was the person that was in charge of the Oscars, a black man.
For the first time, sorry, we had a black
man
produced Oscar, and of course,
Which I don't think was greatly advertised.
I think that kind of played a part in Will doing that too.
because we got a black person. It's just
Oh,
like
it's nigga shit, and I think he said this is nigga shit, and I also kind of realized too, I gotta kind of blame it because I didn't peep it till somebody was telling me that, and I'm like, that makes sense because I'd never seen that lounge type of setup, and I think that kind of made it. You're right there. It was 2 seconds. Now, if he had to walk over Anthony Hopkins and Meryl Streep, excuse me, I'm gonna slap that. It wouldn't have got that far. But the fact that he was right there, could walk right up, and he was leaned back.
But all the award shows do that now because ever since COVID, where it's like you got
No, that's what I'm saying. But Eric, this is the first one since COVID. They've all had them digital, and he might have been stuck here. But I just kind of, and I said that jokingly, but I thought about it. I'm like, I never seen him that close, and he was able to get up that fast. Where if he if he was in the middle of the row and had to like walk over all these famous people, by that time security probably would have stepped up, or somebody would have stepped up.
It was just fucked up to me. And also I do want to make sure we mention this. Will Packard, who he did an interview afterwards, he said the only reason, because you said, if he would have hit a white man, they would have took him up out of here. Well, I got to give Chris Rock more real nigga credit, because Will Packard went up to Chris Rock and said, look, I'm going to do whatever you want me to do. It's your show. If you want us to go get rid of dude, we'll go get the cops. The LAPD was in the building. They was all in the back and said, look, we'll go take Will Smith out right now. We'll give a fuck, enemy of the state, training, whatever. We'll do what we got to do.
Gonna take Ali out of here.
Independence Day, Ali. We don't give a fuck about
Richard.
none of that. I Am Legend. We don't give a fuck. We'll take him out. And
Hancock?
Chris Rock being the real nigga he is, and also being cognizant of as a black man, I can't call the police on a black man and come on now. Even if you want to, as a black man in LA, I can't call the police on Will Smith at the Oscars. Just like Will Smith should have been thinking as a black man, I can't smack Chris Rock at the Oscars. Like, he should have been thinking
ever
that.
black Oscar.
Chris Rock was thinking right. So I want to give a shout out.
I'm going to give y'all something else on this too. So a lot of people, like, he joked on Jada, she got a medical condition. We know the alopecia thing, right? What a lot of people don't know, because, Jada was talking about it some years ago in the news, or, on the red table, right? I got alopecia, right? Now, a lot of people don't know is Chris Rock was also, some years ago, he was in the news. He has a nonverbal learning disorder. He's he's on the spectrum for like Asperger's. So people were like, oh, like, it's wrong to joke on somebody's medical condition. All right. Well, he just smacked the shit out of a guy on the autism spectrum.
Right,
What
yeah.
he said.
A nice flip.
Also, another thing about Chris
And a
Rock
lot of
is,
people ain't talking about that.
Well, another thing about, not to cut you off, but another thing to talk about Chris Rock is, I just read he went to years and years and years of counseling because he has PTSD, because he was beat up so much as a child. He said, even as a famous person, he said the last time he got robbed was his first time being on SNL. He was on SNL and he got robbed after leaving the SNL set outside in New York. So he said he has had PTSD. He said it took for him years of being rich for him to realize, okay, and this is his words, okay, maybe somebody won't beat my ass today. So somebody like that, like, there's a difference. You got people who have PTSD over gunshots, killings, But it's a difference with being PTSD because you're getting physically harmed. So I'm pretty sure, because a lot of people are asking, like, why is he still trying to process it? Why did it look like he kind of froze and was distraught? Because it probably brought him back to a time of physical
Everybody
abuse.
hates Chris.
Exactly. Everybody hates Chris.
And if you
man.
ever
It's
been in a
fucked up.
position where somebody got a lick on you and you couldn't get one back, depending on who I'm a very neurotic person, so I'm working on that. So I'm steady. Damn, this motherfucker did low key. Now I never been slapped and the nigga walked off, but I can understand. Like you probably still thinking like, damn, this nigga really embarrassed. You start doing layers. I thought he was cool, and let's be honest, I don't think Chris Rock is no hoe. Cause I think he probably cause even if I didn't play it back when it's old now, but I ain't played it back in when the joke kind of came and he got slapped. He was like, oh, I should like
he was like, boy, I could.
He was about to rev up, and I think he kind of realized. Oh, then there was keep the name off. So I think that's when he kind of was like, okay, and then he did a great job. I didn't know Eric was and Tone was gonna do the full mental cape. I love the cape. Because it just kind of like I have to give it to him. He also said he was sexually abused. So to me, we say all this to say, Cape aside, he knew what he was doing, and it's a perfect example of trying. Like even they bring up when the European guy kissed him on the red carpet a few years ago. He been slapping people. Yeah, you gonna slap somebody like that, but on camera.
That was a light slap though.
That was light.
What's your
That's
problem?
light.
That was a flick of the wrist.
But here's the
Plus,
thing.
he slapped a comedian, so he just
He
sounds
slapped
like
a nigga
a
at
simp.
work.
Yeah.
You already know when you slapping somebody at work, they can't fight back. That's strategic. That's strategic.
He laughed about it, but then Jada gave him that look like, "Go, best friend." I swear.
Hey,
And I'm glad you said that,
Jada
man.
looked at him like the
Go,
winter,
best
the
friend.
winter soldier from Marvel. He
Yeah.
sat down. Jada looked like freight car, train 8, 7, program activated. Go get him.
Going back to my
Exactly. It was
theory, Breezy,
calculated.
what you just said, go best friend, I think that's exactly what he is a best friend. Like I said back in episode 11 and 9, and I still continue to keep my same narrative that I've been running with, and I even though I fuck with Will Smith, but like I said, I believe Will Smith is a gay man, and Jada has been protecting him and keeping it secret. And
you
that's
think
why he feels this loyalty to
You
her.
think he was messing with Dwayne Martin too?
I don't know. I just want him to come out so this frustration and built up shit can stop happening. Because obviously, whether he's gay, we all can have theories, right? We all can have theories. They can be true, false. That's the life of being a celebrity. But no matter how you feel, obviously something is not right with Will Smith. We can all agree on that. Something is not right with Will Smith. So my thing is, bro, get the help. I don't know what you need to do. What I was telling my wife, and this is one of the things, and we had a conversation about this, and I want to ask you guys, do you think you guys agree? I think that either Jada, A, needs to get rid of Red Table Talk, or B, she needs to make it so there is more so about getting information from other people and stop making your own family the focal point of all the drama and the tea that's going around. Because she's already given us enough. We know everything we need to know. Now it ain't like it's a Vlad situation where you're a controversial that nobody knows shit about you, but you're getting all this information.
Because what have we learned so far? We learned that you're not pleased sexually.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
We didn't
you
even
had
know
a
that. I'm
fucking
sorry.
entanglement.
Exactly.
You had
We
a
didn't
young
need to know
blind
that.
nigga.
All this shit we know.
Hey, can I
and
tell you-
get it. It's content. I get it.
And that's why I like your cape, because I seen the cape on the other side, which I don't even get into the other side of just who projects what and who does what and who does. Because I'm just gonna say this: for a while we talked about black women said I'm not protected, I don't feel protected, and I seen some of them same girls and mad girls talking about my nigga will slap anybody. So which one is it?
He gonna die.
Right? Is your boyfriend slapping any nigga who look at your booty, or you don't feel protected? So it is kind of odd. But I seen the cape so much as people going, well, even if he would have slapped August is blind and one kidney. I'm like, the way people can kind of move the goalpost to protect like celebrities or just people they like
It would
is
piss me
very
off.
interesting to me.
And you know what's irritating? A lot of these girls who talk about my nigga with a slapping, y'all be fucking another nigga year one after your nigga's locked up because he done slapped the nigga at the gas station because your stupid ass. So unless you got bid money put up and you wasn't to do the Monica to see murder, hold him down, shut the fuck up with all this, my nigga to do this and my nigga to do that. Unless you ready to hold a nigga down for X amount of years when he get his case, because everybody ain't Will Smith out here.
Yeah, everybody ain't Will, and you ain't at the Oscars.
Exactly.
You will
Man.
get shot
the
slapping
fuck
people.
up.
I mean, but we see Will. I mean, even Will. I'm telling you, white people, we laugh. I know some people want to turn the sister sledge and y'all genocide and white people do this. Listen, them white people are freaked out by it. They're writing letters about it still. They're probably he's gonna be blackballed for a little minute. The only thing is, if he really want to make movies and stuff, he could do it. But he's gonna be done. Like he already resigned from it, from the academy.
Yeah.
They shouldn't take his
Niggas
award
is the only
back,
ones caping for the shit.
I love how some people find a way to put themselves at the center of everything. Y'all see Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer
Oh my God, that was disgusting.
Look, and I'm still traumatized by the whole situation. I'm like, first of all, nothing happened to
Spider-Man.
you.
Lawsuit money though.
But that was pure.
Look,
Like,
she's like, I felt the breeze of air when he slapped Chris backstage.
it's
Trying to get her
hilarious.
clout money.
It's hilarious how much white people or white women in particular can just drive home that little narrative about them. Like, of course you make it about you, Amy Spooner, whatever the fuck your name is. It's not about you, bitch. Okay?
If I feel for anybody, it's Wanda Sykes though.
Yeah.
Like getting to host the Oscars is like one of the biggest things a comedian can do. Like that's like one of the biggest goalposts in comedy. Like, you know, huge accomplishment, right? She finally got up there. She hosted the Oscars. She had some co-hosts, but she finally got up there. She wrote a lot of the material that night that Regina Hall and everybody else was doing. Finally gets up there. And now nobody is talking about nothing else that nobody achieved.
Exactly. Because Will Smith wants to be a nigga.
And there was a lot of black people who got
I
their
fucking love
first. I
Wanda.
mean, Samuel got his first, but that was off camera.
Samuel
Shout out
off
to-
camera.
Questlove, coon ass. I don't like him. He's a coon.
And
But
wait,
and not to mention not to mention Will too. There was prominent black people. A lot of like I said, sorry. This is the first black ran Oscar. So
first and last.
A lot of stuff was overshadowed by that, and just that Movin being selfish overall, and even you niggas who thought it was staged. I was with my guy. We smoking and the shit happened. He was really convinced it was staged, and I was just like, I saw a man have a mental breakdown. Even when he started screaming, I'm like, damn, nigga. And I thought it was fake. I had to rewind. I'm like, oh, maybe it's a bit. And I'm like, oh, it's not a bit. Like, and he linked back like he really did something. And I went back and saw the award, and he didn't even give like an apology. And he tried to tell he was channeling King Richard. And then Richard Williams was like, that's not me.
Yeah, he said, I ain't out here just smacking
I'm not
people.
slapping niggas.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Like,
Now, Colin.
don't you try to use my
Yeah, he was like, don't put that on me.
Now, Colin, and this is one of my theories as well, because I mentioned this earlier, when he walked away, and I'm real observant with this type of stuff. He did the Wild Wild West walk when he walked away.
When he fixed his lapel.
And this is when I think about with actors. This is when I think about with actors sometimes. I wonder, do some actors get to a point where they're so mentally stressed out and tired and they go through so much shit? Do they go through like an identity crisis where they start flipping through all these characters? Because I don't think people understand how much mental strength it takes to tap into some of these characters. So I wonder, do sometimes they have like identity crisis and they start tapping into all these different characters to try to act? Because that was on Jim West walk when he walked
Michael
away.
B. Jordan don't try to blow up Wakanda when he get mad.
But he just started though. Let's see Michael B. running in 20 years. Because I can see even in Denzel Washington, somebody testing him and smacking him or in the face and him just snapping and turning into the Equalizer in real life. Now he might not have the aim,
He just
but
gonna do
I
the
can
same.
see him trying it.
He gonna do the same thing he doing every role when Denzel get mad. This one. Okay.
And shout out to
all right.
and
okay.
shout out to Denzel also for being
when
one
he
of
get to
the
doing the head
voices.
thing, when he get doing the head thing, I know he about to snap. I'm like, oh, okay.
And shout out Madea
Pause.
too. Medea and Denzel kind of diffused the situation, so it was good to see. She was like, "Okay, now chill out now."
I want
Look.
to know.
Look, I'm gonna say this: you slap me, you ain't gonna be talking to Bradley Cooper and Denzel. You gonna be talking to Uncle Phil.
And can we be honest? And then I just hate like we are all of a certain era. All the guys on rap are over 30, and even Bree. We come from an era where, as a man, slapping a nigga is right under spitting on a nigga. So
That's right
it's,
under-
Pure
like a
disrespect.
sissy
and it's
move.
funny now
I
all
don't
of a sudden
know.
because it was like people don't
Niggas
really
don't
like Chris
slap
Rock
niggas.
and people were rejecting because let's be honest, a lot of the women they want to be Jada. They want to fuck around, embarrass you, come back. And shut the fuck up and be your sick dog.
No, I don't
not,
like
not
it.
all, but a lot. And
I want to
and
be the
that's true.
old Jada, not the cheekbone Jada.
No, a lot of them. But when did
Oh, you want to
slapping
be Tupac's Jada?
me? Let me break down the layers. I'm talking.
Low down, dirty
He
shame.
slapped me in front of niggas on national TV while I'm doing one of the most prestigious jobs in showbiz. That's 4 layers of shit. And you gonna say like that was just a bitch slap? He's sweet. He's sweet. You get killed for slapping a nigga. Are you kidding me? So it's just funny now. All of a sudden, it's just a little jab slap. I'm like, okay, well, I think men and bitches need to start getting slapped now. Since the slap ain't nothing, and listen, if you talk to me crazy, I should be able to slap you.
No, I'm gonna say that a slap ain't nothing, and alopecia won't kill you.
Exactly. And I miss before Jada became a Terminator, because I believe There was a time before she had the strong metal cheekbones that it didn't seem like it was like this. Maybe it was my naiveness of looking, because at one point we all look at Will and Jada like relationship goals. At one point we were all naive and caught up into it, but we're older now. We see clearly now. We don't. Celebrities are more human to us now. We see through it. But at the same time, it's just like I just hate seeing somebody on Will Smith's level go through something like this, because I feel like a lot of this stems from the shit that gets pushed around from Red Table Talk and puts the pressure, unnecessary pressure.
But he unnecessarily put it out himself, so I don't feel.
No,
bad
I mean he doesn't. He adds, because I just seen the reports from the Source magazine that said that Will is turning down all his interviews right now in regards to the slap, because they're because they're getting ready to do a special about it on Red Table
I was
Talk.
like, they definitely doing
on Red
Table
Table Talk. So I'm starting to think Red Table Talk is a little bit. There's some toxic shit going on with
Clout
Red
Table Talk?
There is, but if you're gonna get a scoop, you might as well give it to your own.
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
respect that.
I respect that
Of course,
part.
everything is a spectacle, and unfortunately, I might have to tune in just to see what he says.
Of course, but what Jada's gonna have to figure out, and Will, because Will, like you said, Will's on there too. They're gonna figure out how much are they willing to give the public before they're willing to say fuck what they've got. Because whether they're a business, whether they're a relationship, whether it's open, that's all irrelevant. Y'all got kids and y'all are some kind of team, because y'all have to work together money and kids wise. So y'all got to decide how much are y'all willing to give and how much are y'all willing to go through mentally by giving up all this information all the fucking time. If it's worth it, if the check is worth it, hey, go do what you do. Let Will, but Will is the bread maker. So if I'm anybody in that family, I'm stopping all the bullshit, because Will is the one bringing in the. Ain't no Red Table Talk once Will has a mental breakdown.
Yeah, ain't
none of that shit. All that shit shut down. It's Black Table Talk.
I don't want to
now.
get into it, but I can't agree with that.
I'm just saying it's Black Table Talk.
He that's one thing. I mean, I'm not gonna take. He got them where they can make their own money now. They can make. But you're right. He is the big dog.
Jada did have her own following.
They're good for life. But let's not be mistaken. The man feminist like man group is growing, and the hatred for Jada Smith that I'm seeing online, Jada, is growing, and the whole poor Will, he's the victim train is growing. So that could be a backfire. That could backfire with what they got going on. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, see, the thing is, they're gonna have supporters, because we gotta think, we don't watch Red Table Talk, but Red Table Talk is big. So the people who are even saying like, we been knew she had it, and then I realized, well, she probably said it on the show, but most people don't watch it. Yeah. So of course, so I realized there's a lot of people who are super invested in that.
It only streams on like Facebook
or YouTube or Facebook. Yeah, I mean, so they definitely, they know how to rock it, but the whole shit is just, it's over. I can't wait for this to be over. It was fucked up, and I'm interested. I'm even more pro Chris Rock. People want to call him a coon.
I like Chris Rock.
His tickets
all of a sudden he not funny.
Like,
his next special about to be amazing.
Yeah.
What's funny to me?
And he was funny the first time.
It's funny how the narrative, and we as a people, because we as Black people, we got to stop doing this. It's so funny how our narratives change with people in situations like this based on the popularity and based on who we like more. Because if a situation happens, because I see the same thing with Kanye. I saw the same thing with Kanye and D.L. Hughley. Like when Kanye and D.L. Hughley, Kanye's obviously way bigger than D.L. Hughley will ever be. So immediately D.L. Hughley got slandered for a while. Now it was easy because D.L. Hughley has a lot of easy shit to slander him for. But now you take it to Chris Rock, and you see the same thing. So it's like, to me, it's funny how if you're the more popular guy, we automatically just slander the other person like they ain't do
I don't
shit.
know. I feel like this one may have come in Chris Rock's advantage more
Oh, yeah.
than I think. You gonna have those
D.L. Hughley
Fresh
got a W
Prince
at all.
of fucking Will Smith fans that are just like, he was right and blah blah blah. But everybody know Chris Rock did an outstanding job. He held his own. He
But
finished
Breezy,
the fucking Oscars.
I need you to
And I'm a
speak,
Chris Rock fan.
but I need you to speak on behalf of
Niggas
a
just
lot of
don't know
the-
good humor.
I need you to, Breezy, I need you to speak on behalf of the women that I saw online, and I need you to see, and I need to see whether you agree or not, or whether that you're rolling with this or not. But a lot of women were saying, you niggas are just mad because he's sticking up for his girl. If somebody disrespect me, my man better stick up for me like that too. My man better be ready to go toe for toe for any nigga that disrespect me.
It's about to be
but
so
see,
many
I'm more
GoFundMe's.
Exactly. I'm more like Chris Rock. I'm money minded. I'm here for the check. That's why he finished the show. I'm a barber. I hear shit that I disagree with all the fucking time. But I would have handled that outside of the Oscars. Like we would have
Would you
laughed
have
it
tried to
off, got our
stop Will?
money.
Would you have rather stop Will from going up there or what?
Oh, definitely. He wouldn't have went up there. Like, what the fuck? I would have said, man, fuck you.
Because he only went up there.
But how they do that
Because
shit?
Tony Rock was right. Tony Rock was right. He only went up there. They both were laughing, and then I remember seeing the Jada Smith side, the bald headed side eye. I saw the bald head, and the side eye was more prevalent.
That was his damage control. Like, figure that shit out on your own. Don't go ruin the Oscars, nigga, because you fucked up.
I know this though. For all that he going through, Jada she better have broke him off that night.
Oh yeah, ass eating and everything.
Why should I give a damn?
First off, we want to start off this segment by playing a little clippy clip because I want to talk about this new age style of dating. You know, in the camera phone generation where everything is recorded, you can't do a lot of lame, sucker, broke nigga shit without being held accountable by the internet. And what do they say? The internet is undefeated. So we're going to talk about this, and we're going to play this clip, and we're going to share our thoughts.
Hey, can I see the receipt?
Sure. It's all good. We all good.
Okay. Thank you.
What you just saw is a clip from, I guess, a broke nigga. I don't know what his
Not
circumstances
my
are.
nigga.
Or he could have just been standing on his own principle. Because I know a lot of, I'll never wife a bitch. I'll never put money in a bitch. You know, a lot of these rappers, these rich rappers do preach a lot of don't spend money on women at all propaganda. Just get sucked and send them back on their way. Not understanding that you're famous, you can do that.
not
Normal
Future,
niggas
though.
can't really pull that off.
Look, not Future.
I mean, Future say, you know, you're taking a Chick-fil-A and call it a day.
Not on the worst day. Did you hear the new single?
He's spending millions of dollars on. He addicted to spending money on women. No,
Yeah.
you're right, but it's a lot more. I'm buying her Birkins if she bad. Niggas is outwardly saying I'm spending money and I'm wifing chicks.
Bad
I think
bitches only.
The
Keyword.
game is the rap game is changing now.
But what that dude did right there on that, look, it's like what a hoe say. It's 5 ways nowadays. Everybody saw you.
Yeah.
Girls
that's
will
true.
put you on. You gonna be. Was he on Instagram, Reels?
He on everything
Snapchat?
now. Black culture.
I got a
Going
victim
like
shame.
this over his plate. Happy.
I got a victim shame for a little bit because she brought her own demise. Because number one, as soon as if this is indeed a date, because she said a date, so if this is a date, as soon as he came out and picked you up with a do-rag, you should have said you should have called it quits right there.
Exactly.
And it was
He came out with a do-rag.
And sweat.
and it was a baby purple do rag.
It wasn't even exactly. It wasn't even a black. It was a baby purple, do-rag, and he had it
And a
rolled up
hoodie?
and folded in the back. That lets me know you step out in public in do-rags all the time. Anybody who has a
date?
braid or a fold up in the back do-rag, they're used to maneuvering in public spaces with the do-rag on. Absolutely unacceptable if this was a date.
Easy access do rag wearing.
I'm
that.
sorry. So, like I said, Beauty Island do-rag wearing ass nigga. You have the audacity. Motherfucker, he would have saved money. He probably went to Beauty Island before he picked you up and spent his Del Taco money that he could have spent on you on that do-rag. Shit, didn't want to get cut. And then another thing, and you remember, all y'all remember the broke times. And this is how you know this is a broke nigga we dealing with. All us remember, everybody had broke times. Do-rag was the number one clue you was broke because you didn't have the money.
You
to get
didn't
cut.
have a haircut.
Exactly. So I could get away with the do-rag for a week or two. My brother, you should have waited, postponed the date, wait till payday, wait till, I don't know, if you're a street nigga, wait till you re-up. Then, when it's a non-do-rag week, then you take her out on the date.
Not the whole do rag week though.
It's a do-rag. You know how it go. That was obviously a do-rag week.
Do rag week.
Obviously a do-rag week. And in a way he was dancing before he ate, Who knows when the last time he ate?
I never realized how much his outfit made me mad. So, and you know,
Look, I was
bro,
looking at
Totally
it.
mad.
I was looking at
and you
it.
know, the finishing touch was his old New Era fitted.
Man.
He's like, I'm gonna put this on. I'm finna get chicks, bro. No, you look dirty.
with sweatpants
gotta-
and
look,
look
bro.
dirty in the back. Like,
Look, you pull
Are
up to
y'all-
your date looking like you about to go work out.
But let me ask y'all this though. Are y'all old school in the sense that y'all believe that if a guy asks a woman out on a date, or even if a woman asks a guy out on a date, if there's a first date in general, in a lot of traditional senses, it's expected for the guy to fund the first date or for first impression state.
well,
I know some women that'll go out their way and be like, don't worry, I got it. I get that in the new strong black independent Beyonce age.
I think it's a lot of I got it, but you don't really got it. That's still going on.
But they'll
Trust-
say it.
then
Trust
you
me,
don't need to go.
If a woman has it, you not even gonna really see the bill. They gonna play it smooth.
Don't go on a date unless you can afford your plate. That's number one.
Not the first date.
No,
What about-
first
what
date
about-
too, because something like that could happen. Like you can't expect a nigga to have it. What if a card decline? You always got to be prepared.
Okay, I like that.
Just off the card decline. That's the most embarrassing
you're
out of anything. That's more embarrassing than the fit if it's card decline.
Don't ask somebody out if you can't afford to take them out.
So
Now
listen,
I went out to the bar yesterday by myself, and on my left I was eavesdropping on someone who I think was a Tinder date based on a line of questioning. Now I did notice they had two separate bills because every time you ask stuff they update your bill at Bar Louie. So
I think Tinder's a little different though.
Oh,
Only
exactly.
because it's more so. I believe
this
in a
very
booty
much could have
call.
been.
I'm coming to get my nut. You're coming to get your nut.
But that may not be. It's still a first date because if she don't like it, you can pay for the. Like I don't think this is working out. That
Yeah,
can
that-
happen.
and now it was a nigga going on a date with a white person. I'm just saying. I don't know if he was
well,
gonna
you
be
get
the
away
type
with
to
that.
pay for the bill.
Well, can I ask a question? What do we do? Like, I'm the happy hour king. But what do you do if you take in? Because this was an episode of Atlanta. But what do? You take it on somebody you don't really know that well. You don't really want to say, I'm trying to save money. Let's go to happy hour. Let's make it during this time.
But who asked though? Who out?
No, I asked you out because I want to go during a specific time we're free because I know I can get. Now listen, let me finish the question. Funding is not a problem, but what if she is trying to order something not on the menu? Is there a player way to go about it, or like how would you go about that?
she order something not on the menu?
No,
No,
you mean now
not the happy hour menu. Sorry, not the happy hour menu.
Well, you got to lay the ground rules in the car.
You should test her though, because I'm trying to see if you about to order off the happy hour menu too. I will be me personally. I would be looking
That's
at how
some
you're
deep
gonna handle
spy
it.
shit.
Like real shit, because
that is.
I'm ordering off the happy hour menu off top. Like,
Well, you're
that.
a real one. You're a real
I'm a
one.
real one.
And
yeah.
Colin, that's actually a good real bitch test to me. Because on the way
real
there,
nigga
you could be
too.
having that conversation. Like, look, I'm going here. It's happy hour. You get whatever you want on the happy hour.
See
menu,
that
girl, I got
that
you.
that's a broke nigga sabotage. Honestly,
That's not-
no. Because Eric, what you would do is, hey, I know this nice happy hour spot. They got good little $5 menu. You got to put it out in the introduction. If you
That's
just
what I'm
pull
saying.
up,
You do.
if you just
if they get a high class, if you put that in the introduction, Colin, and they still go out of their way to get the out of happy hour shit, that she's not the one that want to.
And the smaller test-
I don't want that energy in my life.
the smaller tests is the movie pop or the movie candy test. Cause I know a lot of girls that's broke if a nigga ain't buying. If I'm stopping at the gas station, I'll put out some gummy bears, a little Sprite, some Milk Duds that I got for $1 at Walgreens. Or you not trying to put it in your purse and you scoff at it, you are not the one.
I want to know,
That's
ladies
true.
and
That's
gentlemen,
true.
ladies and gentlemen, specifically ladies that are listening or watching, if your man is sneaking candy when he goes to the movies,
Poll question.
is that bum activity to you?
That's
guys?
a nice poll
If
question.
your man is sneaking candy in, is that bum activity, or do you
that's
feel like
the
he should
type I like.
pay the rate prices at the counter?
This
That's
whole
savings activity.
segment is a revelation for me. I didn't know that I could be out here dating with no money. I'm out here working and stuff like an idiot.
You come from the old school perspective where we did have to
Look.
like pay for everything or
Look.
borrow money from a family member.
Like if I can't say, look, I'm not gonna take you someplace where I can't say with a straight face, get whatever you want. I'm not gonna take you someplace. If I don't got enough money to take you on a date, I'm not gonna take you on no date. I'm gonna come up with a creative lie why we can't go out that weekend. I done said a couple. I'm like, oh no, I'll get my CPAP machine fixed. Oh no, my crib getting fumigated and I inhaled some of it, so I gotta go to Freighter.
They got some innovative line. I like it.
Look, I'm gonna come
Or
up with something.
Bring the date to the house. Let's paint. Let's scrapbook. I don't know. Let's vision board or something.
Don't bring nobody in your house
Do
the
a
first day.
wine. Do a wine
I
tasting.
feel like that's a
You
bum
can
setup, Bree.
but it's
Look,
not.
don't
But
bring nobody
hey,
in your crib your first day.
Be creative.
Look,
I'm strapped.
look,
I just don't want to.
look.
There
This
we
new
go.
age dating. Look, I was on the dating apps for a little bit before my current relationship. Look, these new girls different now. They don't do nothing but burn sage and lie. That's all they do.
hookah.
All they do is smoke hookah and charge their
But
phone.
Bree, you are right though. But you see, most guys who are a little creative, they will want a girl like you. Yeah, I can finesse a paint night. But I'm yeah. The first date, it depends on where you met though, because I feel like online dating now that expedites and gets rid of the old school like caking for months and months. Because if you've been DMing or texting somebody by the time you meet, you already know we want to fuck. So you can might come over.
Right.
Let's watch this. Let's
And
do
that's
this.
the
Let's
reason why
paint.
now, that's the reason why now niggas don't feel the need and women don't feel the need to go that. Like when we was coming up, we didn't have the internet to soften it up.
Remember
This is our
meeting people
actual
in
first
real
time-
life?
Yeah, that might be our actual first time having a real conversation. Was on that date, so you had to come suited, booted, have your budget laid out, so you want everything. Now you could be and talk to a motherfucker, be in cashed out there 4-5 times, be and watch the movie together on FaceTime 4-5 times and shit. Like you feel like you know her. So by the time I meet up, I'm showing up in jogging pants with a fucking half off a Oakland Gyros coupon. Like, come on, girl, let's go. This is the first date. So people can get away with that now. People can get away with that now.
You better not show up on the first date with no doggone coupon.
And no jogging pants.
Look me in my eye.
I gotta
No jogging.
disagree with that one. The young girls is not going for. That's what I'm saying. You have to kind of code. Eric, I've been out the game too, but you've been out the game way longer than me. And I'm just letting you know now that it's a lot. It's not like we was talking about this on Twitter. Because we were always talking about like you can get a girl if she likes you to come in. Because I remember my first apartment, I just had a little twin bed on the floor, and I was doing quite well for myself. And they kind of let me know you can do what but they have to like you. So I always tell a girl, whatever the hot white dude is, Shawn Mendes, whoever the black dude is, this Powers nigga from a Love Car. If he came up to me and offered you the same shit, are you saying no or yes? So it's really about the person and not the actual item. So some people kind of get that confused. Like, yeah, I mean, like what Dirk say, the girl Indy, she used to come out, had no furniture and 20 niggas. She came the first couple times, but then she was like, nigga, get furniture. If you that nigga, they will kind of go with you. But overall, even when I see on Twitter, these new girls is like, I want the bag. All they talk about is bag. Now you can find a little low key. Let's go to the art gallery. Let's go to free art museum. I think that's kind of phasing out now. Like you could do this, but we want to go out. And I think you'll get more girls. I think more girls are offering off the main menu than the happy hour menu, unless you just the finest nigga in the world to them, or they just enamored. Most niggas, they want a good meal.
They
want to
being
be
told
bought
to
out.
finesse. Like
True.
it's like that's the culture now. The
That's
culture
true.
is come up off a nigga. You know, if you're not coming up off a nigga, then what the fuck are you doing?
Get that head, get
'Cause
that
that's-
bread, and leave culture.
Exactly.
The price of gas went up and the price of pussy went up. That's
Exactly.
That nigga
Most
get
women
some money.
I talk to now, if you even bring like serious relationships up, they're looking at you like stupid. Like, why would I got a Big Mac. Why would I only sell it to one customer? You know, I could be McDonald's out here getting and having Happy Meals for everybody. Like,
Plenty sweetie meals.
it's different. So, like a lot of these women now, they look at their body and their sexuality, especially being able to promote it on the internet.
They done
They
put a
look
price
at it
on
as a
it.
brand, and I'm not finna shut my shit down for a nigga when I'm getting so many perks off being this
Well,
overly
they don't gotta shut
sexual.
it down because it's a lot of boyfriends that is letting a girl do whatever. Like
Those
it's
are
a lot,
called pimps.
Yeah.
Like I
or
said,
or
shout
necess-
out.
or just
That's
say.
right.
I'm
fucked up.
22.
But
That's
no,
where
no,
hoes fucked up. They put a price
you-
on that pussy.
But you talking
My
about that?
shit say see back for details. This is where you hoes fucked up.
That would hurt me if my girl had an OnlyFans and the membership was cheap.
Yeah, that would.
I'm like, you mean
Exactly,
look?
dog.
Like,
You mean
would-
I'm in a serious relationship with you and your membership is
and that's a good
$4.99 a
question.
month?
That's a good question.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, I'm out here working.
Like,
This
no,
is what
but-
it keeps coming
but
back
that's
to.
a good
I can't
question.
believe I got a job.
Shout out to Tyler Perry Madea. She's one of those great grandpas. And recently, Tyler Perry came out and he admitted on a lie detector test that he used his Madea voice during sex. I thought that was incredibly hilarious. So this Tyler Perry shit made me come up with this question because obviously Tyler Perry likes to get into his Madea character when he does the nasty, you know, and the hit motherfuckers from the back, you know, changing it to that character. I don't know. To me, honestly, I don't want to go. I don't know what he likes, but I can't imagine a woman requesting a Madea voice. Be personal. I can see a guy possibly. I can't see a woman requesting a Madea voice. But I guess the overall question I have, I'm gonna start with you, Tone. You gotta let me know. Have you ever been in a position where you either had to role play
Madea?
a character? Not Madea. I would hope not Madea. But let's say, have you ever been in a position where they wanted you to play a character? Or, a girl that kind of wants you to do it. Be like, oh, you're a comedian. You're the funny guy. Do something funny. But you're in sex mode. So you got to kind of be like, they want you to be like.
Oh, yeah. No, girls ask me to role play Chris Rock all the time. They, just, you like that?
Getting smacked during sex?
You like what I'm doing? Yeah, no. Slow down. No. Actually, no. But not a specific character. But I did. So I had a girl. It was a long time. The girl was complaining. She was like, I need you to talk to me sexy. You got a deep voice, right? I went overboard. I tried to talk to her deeper. Y'all heard my voice up this morning. I got a deep voice. I tried to talk to her deeper, lower, slower. It didn't work, y'all. It wasn't sexy. I sounded like Mufasa and shit. I'm serious. We started fucking. She did something I didn't like. I was like, you deliberately disobeyed me. And she didn't think that was as funny as I did. Look, everything the light touches is my kingdom.
Yeah, I think like you're taking a big risk trying to be funny during sex stuff.
Look, no, so yeah.
You can totally fuck up a whole move if the joke doesn't land.
Sex is funny though. You ain't never had no funny shit happen during. Y'all ain't never accidentally fell off the bed, nothing.
No, since been funny things happen.
Look, funny stuff happens during. Look,
I think the funniest thing that ever happened was one day we used to have this cat, right? That one of my guys had gave me a cat and I adopted it. So long story short, the cat went somewhere. I couldn't find this cat so I didn't see the cat in my house for months. So I'm assuming the cat is gone. So one night in the middle of randomly the cat hops on the bed. Now I haven't seen this cat in 2 months. Also, I see it hop up. I turn around. I'm scared. I'm more terrified because I think it's one of the kids. So that was the first terrifying. Once I realized it wasn't human, I was relieved and also more terrified at the same time. If that makes sense. Yeah. Then I look. I'm like, oh, this motherfucking cat. And that's when I kicked him out the house.
I got a question. You didn't see the cat for 2
months.
What was he eating?
Turns out the cat was hiding in the basement. Like, I don't know how he was surviving. Had to be eating mice or shit, fucking people up. And it was going outside and coming back in the house in all sorts of different ways.
So you just had your cat coming in and out your house?
Look,
you need to sit your cat down and say inside or outside.
But how do
I don't do that time.
I'm sorry. How do y'all feel about pets? I don't know if y'all have pets, but how do y'all feel about pets watching you?
That is not okay.
It was crazy because I was watching a porn the other day and I saw this chick getting jizzed all over her face. And as the jizz was hitting on her face, it was like this random big ass dog just walked by.
A dog?
No, the dog walked by and like looked at her and kept on off. It's a Tuesday.
No,
and I'm like, that shit weird to me.
Back in the day, I went home with somebody who just so happened to have a pit bull, and the door to the bedroom was not that strong.
Man,
I turn around, we doing. Now, dog on DMX on the side of the bed watching us. You ever had a dog look at you like you doing something wrong?
That's scary shit.
That's too much.
I haven't dealt with that since the high school
never
days.
had to deal with no
the animal
fucking
is
pets.
judging your stroke game.
Definitely.
Dogs have judgmental faces.
It depends on the dog.
They do.
It depends on the dog. Like if a Rottweiler's looking at me, I'm a little nervous. If a Golden Retriever's looking at me, fuck it.
Bro, it's one thing when your parents disappoint you. It's a whole nother thing the way a pit bull look at you. And he was looking at her though like another one. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
But see, I think cats are
No
even
sex
worse.
for pets for me. Sorry.
Yeah,
Cats are worse because they can hit. Their neck hits different angles, and they're always in a random place when they look at you. Like because a dog will
wait. The cat neck hit different.
They hit different angles, bro. Because like you fucking a motherfucker. You look at a cat. This motherfucker on top of the refrigerator, just like this, just looking at you with the buck eye. I'm like. a different neck angle every time, looking like those little things you adjust. You put your when you hook your cell phone up on the car, and they got those little things that clamp and it has the adjustable neck on there.
They're like
That's what cats got.
they're
That's
pretty
what
much
cats
like
got.
owls. Like they can just turn.
They can turn the neck. So I think the neck is what makes me uncomfortable.
I don't
with
even
the
like
cats.
being naked in front of animals. So I'm like, are you judging me? Are you fascinated that you're seeing me in my natural state?
I don't like dogs licking
Right.
their lips when I walk by if I'm naked. That makes me uncomfortable. Like
I think you're over flattering yourself.
I don't know. If a dog go when you walk by, that's not gonna make you feel a
tongue
little
out.
uncomfortable.
They had them long tongues.
But it didn't hump
too.
your leg, so obviously you're not even good enough eye candy.
I won't even
be
get.
honest.
I won't even get it. Like I won't.
You're not
be
even
naked
raping
in front
Dogs
of
always
a
lick
dog.
me.
A dog wouldn't even rape you, Eric. Okay.
I would hope not. I would hope I'm not attractive on the dog spectrum. And no, in real life, and I'm not even going to say. So one of my guys, I have a guy. This is a real life story. This is disgusting. And the person whose house he went to actually came over here 1 week to watch the show. So white person. There's only so many white people who came to watch the show. So this person, he went to this white person's house, right? He smashed her. And he said he was woken up because he said he fell asleep. And this is why you always got to cover up from the feet. Now, my feet can't be exposed because if my feet are exposed, that means the rest of my under area is exposed. I need to be wrapped up in the fucking in a blanket. So he had his under area exposed and he went to sleep. He said he woke up and her dog was like licking his feet or some shit like that. And then he'd like start pushing the dog off. He dozed off again. I'm like, first off, that's where you lost my sympathy right now. At dozed off again. Because once a dog licking my feet, there is no dozing off again. But he said he dozed off again. And when he woke up, the dog was like licking his thigh. And I swear to God, and when he was telling me, I'm thinking you got to be.
That's when he lost his believability because he clearly wanted to get sucked off by the dog. Like, let's stop.
At what
They
point?
put peanut butter
at
on
that
their
point.
dick.
He was just trying to see what you
And
think.
I've been in this person's house, and this person's dog is a freaky ass, weird ass dog. So I can confirm, dog is weird. But like I said, pets, you got to be careful when you go to somebody's house with pets. But that's, I feel like if you're a bachelor or a bachelorette, and you're gonna be having random loose pussy and loose dick running around your house at any given time, your house should be dick pussy accessible.
Exactly.
Like
no
if I
fucking pets.
it
bro.
should
I
be
don't want
dick
shit
pussy
past no
accessible.
fish.
Exactly. Your shit should be clean. Your bathroom should be pleasant. Because you don't know what random piece of ass or titties or dick or six packs might be up in there.
Well, the hair all over the place is kind of sketchy too.
That's disgusting.
That cat litter smell will ruin some stuff. Like, change the litter box. You coming home with somebody. Well, I think I'm mostly talking to women there because I don't know a lot of dudes live alone got a cat.
I'm trying to think. No, I don't know. Not one dude. I knew one dude that lived alone with a rabbit, but he was kind of slow. So
And if you got a weird pet too, like
What's weird? What constitutes weird?
don't point out your
Like a
tarantula.
snake
Don't point out your
or
tarantula
the
when you
little
bring
lizards
somebody
people
home.
Be having and shit.
They'll go home.
But Bree, what if you have like a nice guy and he has
If you
like
have a snake, don't even invite me.
But I'm saying, what if you come? He's nice, he cool, he comes to the crib, and he got like a gerbil and a ferret. Is that a turn off animal for you? Like
That's a
a
conversation.
little ferret just running around under your feet, and then the nigga just has a gerbil.
As soon as you walk in.
That's some little dick shit. I don't know.
it depends on how you got your shit too. Because I went to one of my white buddies' house, right, and I'm sitting there chilling, and a random ass gecko just hopped on my shoulder. And they got pet geckos and lizards and
Not
stuff
a
all in their house.
gecko.
They just let them roam free.
Did he try to sell you car insurance?
I don't know, but that would have been he would have got me right then. Because if you have the live
that
gecko on
dog.
deck, that is a selling point. I got to give him that. If he was selling insurance and had the live gecko, I give him points on that.
First off, you would imagine your drink was spiked if a gecko started talking to you.
Right. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Look, y'all was just like y'all was drinking absinthe.
But sometimes it's about how it ain't just about having animals. It's about how you like. A lot of people have this thing with their animals where the animal is on an equal playing field with the humans. They're not locked up. They're just roaming around. I go take a piss, and the dog is taking a piss right next to me and his little shit. Like his shit supposed to be outside, not next to me. But like, what type of animals get bathroom pissing privileges, Colin?
A cat, if it's a litter box.
Okay,
and honestly,
'cause they're clean. They're
one of my
clean.
and she's white, obviously. But one of
What if you
my
had a pet orangutan or a gorilla that knew how to stand up and pee? Would you
I'm
let
never
it use
having
your
a
bathroom?
pet fucking.
That's a
orangutan
felony,
or-
first of all.
Yeah, I'm not having no.
I mean,
anything that's gonna challenge me in a month, I don't want no
I was
parts
like, yeah.
of.
Unless you can get
You don't want to.
Michael
You don't
Jackson
want
had a
to. You
monkey.
don't want a pet that can go head up with you. You don't
Would you
want that.
take like a baby tiger, like as a baby?
Michael Jackson had a monkey, didn't he?
They get
a
bigger.
cat, and your bathroom got to be big to have a litter box.
But
in
you
it.
can
Other
have a
than that,
monkey.
you
A
going
monkey
outside.
would be nice.
No,
Also,
until
I-
it rips your fucking
Why
face
should I
off.
give a damn monkey?
Also,
So you want to
wonder,
know? No,
I wonder if you have a big ass tiger. Like you remember those pictures where Mike
I wanna
Tyson had
get
a big ass tiger. I wonder did he have to have like a big ass sandbox litter box back there, or how did they? Or they just shit like.
First of all, nothing Mike Tyson has done is reasonable, really, in his personal life. So he's not a good indicator of things that people can do on Earth.
Why should I give a damn?
Nowadays, you never know when you might come across a celebrity. You might come across some important people. I know Colin was around. He was on the red carpet.
Last night, okay.
When was that, Colin? You was out on the red carpet with Pat
Sa-
Connaughton, Donald Driver,
It wasn't
Neil?
a red carpet. I was Saturday night. It was a little event, a little mixer,
Why should I give a damn representative?
mixing, rubbing elbows.
Should have had a little
You
tag
know,
for you.
how did it feel in there, Colin? How did it smell in there? How was the experience being around some of the people? Who were some of the people you saw?
I've done it, so I'm a little numb to
Whole
it.
interview.
Get a little networking though. Really, that was what it was for. It's interesting because as a young teen, my mom she's in the mix. I have some people that's in the mix. So when she would take me to these events, I was always shy and weird and awkward. And now I look at everybody like people. I mean, some athletes like Donald Driver, but it's people I've met. My mom knows a lot of people. She helps do a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of used to it, but now I got to be like, okay, I know what I want to do. I know how to schmooze. I was fitted, dripped out. Everybody, I knew what to wear. It's just certain stuff. So it was interesting approaching it. I was with my girl. We wanted her to connect with some people, and we did what we had to do. But it was Pat time. The coolest thing, we got to hold the Larry O'Brien, the championship trophy. There was a couple of events, a couple of trophies there. The Super Bowl trophy from when the Packers beat the Steelers. The Ryder Cup is held here in Whistling Springs, my bad. Our big golf course here. So it was just cool to be around a bunch of people. It was actually the Hall of Fame event. So Leroy Butler got inducted, which I don't know why. He's a schmuck to me, but
He's a good guy.
No, he's cool. He was a little too close to my mom. And I was like,
know that. Okay,
I said, do y'all know each other?
I wasn't crazy.
I worked on him. Even a couple of him? And he came and gave her a little hug.
Get clutch
But the
us on
nigga-
some season tickets, Colin. You're
Fuck Leroy, because the
looking
nigga,
up.
he was cool, but he kind of like low key. I feel like he's some because I had this little blazer on. And and it had like embroidery type of
Talk
stuff.
to TT,
he was talking. He hugged my mom, and she do a lot of work for him. And then he was kind of rubbing my jacket. What type is that? But I was like, but why you was like? It was kind of some weird approval. It was odd.
Were you getting Michael Jordan, Mary J. Blige vibes?
I was a little bit, but no, because my mom was geeked to see him. She was geeked to see him, and overall, like I remember back in the day, Leroy Butler used to be at Note 10. Like I kind of look at him as like a little creep, a local creep, because I used to see him around the 2021 clubs. Like he was kind of creepy, but my mom knows a lot of people like that. She rubs elbows, so it was cool. A couple legends, actually Bonnie Blair. She's an Olympic gold medalist. A speed skater who trained in Milwaukee. So when she sat down, I'm like, who's this old lady? She introduced herself. But my mom and it was like some older black ladies and some older people who were above like 40 and 50. You would have thought she was like LeBron. They were giddy because I guess she is a gold medalist. She rep Milwaukee. She's in the Hall of Fame or whatever. So they were really excited to see her. People were nervous. People were like, oh my God, I watched you growing up. And she was cool. And I was trying to figure out what her husband did because I'm like, he was kind of hating in the back. Because everybody didn't really know. He looked big, and I realized he was like a speed skater who didn't quite make it. So it was kind of interesting looking at that dynamic. But I'm going to tell you one thing. When Pat Connaughton walked in with the trophy, with the whole, you would have thought like Kanye came in. You would have thought like Michael Jackson came in. It got quiet. Everybody wanted to take a picture with it. Nobody even cared about Pat Connaughton and Steve Novak. Everybody wanted to take a picture with the trophy. So that was probably the coolest thing. And like I said, getting my connection, smoozing, being one of the, even when we came in, we said, why y'all here? We told them the event. The lady gave me the bug eye. What? You're here for? And I love that subtle flex of I ain't supposed to be here. You didn't expect it. And I tell you, I would tell them if you weren't working, you wouldn't be here either. I'd be wanting to say that, but I don't. I've been my place, but I see that a lot. And that's a little small win when they're surprised. You're here for this VIP event? Yeah, I want to go through the back elevator.
Every black person, well, not every black person, but nothing feels better as a black person than when you're in those spaces that you're not normally supposed to be in, and the white person tries to credential check you, and you got more credentials than them. and then you kind of scoff your nose up at him and look at him like a peasant. At least that's what I do. I look at him like some peasant person that I had to touch your little germ hands and get up. I try to look down on them like the biggest peon of all time.
I know it hurts when you do it too, because you tall. You can look at somebody through the bottom of your eye.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't believe this low life individual.
What's that meme with Principal Skinner? You seen him? Pathetic.
Right, exactly. I'm looking at him. I want you to know, like, I can't believe you had the identity. Like I said, when we had the VIP treatment at the in Summerfest, when we went to the amphitheater, and we was in we was in a little spot where only exclusive people could be in, and motherfuckers every 5 minutes, let me see your credentials. Let me are you supposed to be it, bitch? Don't let me have to call. Don't make me have to talk to your boss. Have a conversation. And the next thing you know, you'll be on the weenies outside with the rest of the regular workers instead of in here with motherfuckers who actually smell like they getting money. Stop playing with me, shit. Okay, serve my drink, bitch, and keep it moving. I hate that shit.
I don't even like the flex. And I'm just going to give it like a little tip. This is a little power move flex. I finally got the pool I've been wanting to. There was a certain guy who was running the event I was at. My mom wanted me to link up with him. It was cool. So he was talking to this weird white guy. He looked very weird, like from Phantasm. Go look it up. And I kind of interrupted dinner. Oh, excuse me. He dapped me up. Oh, player. He white. He has a black wife, not that that's relevant, but he hit me with, damn, you looking good. I'm trying to be like you. He actually kind of knew the script. I was surprised. And the white people really was looking at me like, who is this nigga? And I felt so, my bad, dapped him up. You look good, link up, let's talk. And I was like, that was a nice little power move, because then people start coming up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm kind of learning stuff. And like I said, and I realize how a lot of people can finesse, because if you can work your way in. First off, if you have a suit, this is another tip. If you have a suit on, you can really do whatever you want. Excuse me, maybe you can get an earpiece. And also, if you have a ladder, 2 people with a ladder, you can kind of get in anywhere. I'm just giving y'all a little nigga
Suits
tips.
And ladders, okay.
Yes. Not shoots and ladders, suits and ladders. If you have a suit and if you have 2 people with a ladder, you can kind of say, I'm putting it up, I'm part of production.
If I name the episode Suits and Ladders, you know why then. Okay. I like that. Suits and ladders. You got a suit and ladder to get in there. Because a lot of people, like I said, I get mad when you got sketch-looking niggas that, see, my thing is, a lot of people be so sketch that if they saw them, they would think it was sketch. But yeah, you mad at other people looking at you like sketch. Like if I come and I got a black trench coat on with a fucking dark ass everything looking like a fucking Columbine person, then yeah, you're gonna look sketch. That's just some shit looks sketch. So you gotta watch motherfuckers. I don't trust nobody these days, just to be honest with you. But it's just
everybody
crazy.
Can't trust everybody. Can't trust everybody.
I don't get into these spots that y'all be into.
Oh man.
I'm one of the sketchy people. Apparently, you can't go everywhere in black Air Force Ones.
Why should I give a damn?
Shout out to everybody to tune in to episode 92 of Why Should I Give a Damn. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Just make sure let's make sure we focus on all the positive things that happen for black people at the Oscars and not just dwell on the infamous smack. Big shout out to Chris Rock, the whole Rock family, for holding that down. Big shout out to Will Packer, one of the first black people to run the Oscar. Big shout out to all the black people for, what was that, Samuel L. Jackson, who got his first Oscar. I don't know why the fuck that wasn't filmed. Like, if Samuel L. Jackson is getting his first fucking Oscar, that should have been filmed. That shouldn't be no sideline ass, any nigga type shit.
I thought he had one already.
That shit
That's
killed
probably
him.
why, nigga.
Look, if you scared of anybody's acceptance speech being on TV, it's him. But they was wrong for that.
They was wrong. Well, and they picked the wrong nigga. They should have put him on there, Will Smith off. He should have been off air. Then he could have had a whole boxing match to do whatever he wanted to do. But shout out to them. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. Shout out to Tone for coming through, being a guest, man. We got to get some more guests up here, starting to fuck with people once again. This is your 3rd episode being on Why Should I Give a Damn. So now you officially a guest host. You officially got your guest host license.
I got my guest host license?
Yeah, where you can show up anytime you want and just hop on the show.
Y'all got health insurance?
No.
Because stand up
I'll
don't.
Biden for that. Once Biden clears the free health insurance, then we'll put out cards.
Stand up comedy ain't got no health insurance, so I'm still.
Well,
I'm getting.
Why should I give a damn?
Hopefully, Chris Rock got.
I think a raggedy group.
Yeah,
and they raggedy.
You would think stand up comedy would have good health insurance, considering motherfuckers want to smack you guys in the face over jokes nowadays. So I mean, I think all
premiums damn near went up.
I think all comedy should have dental and anything have to do, just based on that. Because if you get a tooth knocked out or something, that needs to be
dental and a Draco. I got
exactly.
You gotta be funny though.
Gotta be. Is there anything else anybody wants to say before we close this thing on out?
Yes, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Why should I give a damn _podcast? Follow me on Instagram, Bree_barber podcast, and the groomroombarber.com.
No, thank you for having me again. Definitely make sure that you like and subscribe. Once again, Why Should I Give a Damn? My favorite podcast, Bar and Away. And, I'm going to be down at the Riverside Theater next weekend, 4 shows, Friday and Saturday. I'm on with Charlie Barron's in the Midwest Survival Tour. So, look for them tickets. Please help me. I got a family to feed.
Nice plug. Quick shout out to Bruce Willis. I heard he's retiring, so we don't get no more shitty movies from him. I hate that.
He can't talk, man.
I can't remember shit. And shout out to the single moms in college. We salute you. But if you don't have a babysitter, take the day off and lose your little $100. We don't want to hear your whining baby during the lecture.